So today we're looking at the easiest way to improve your golf, the easiest way to play better, the easiest way to score better, the easiest way to swing better. Sounds pretty easy. Let's show you. So without having to change the way you completely move, without trying to change your golf swing DNA, what I want to try and do today is get you to have the right delivery position to hit golf shots and the right impact position. So two key things. Now, if you get the right delivery position, impact becomes a lot easier. And if you get the right impact position, regardless of what's happened before, the ball doesn't know what's happened before, the ball will fly away straight and pure with good speed, good contact. So basically, these two things you get them right regardless of what you do before. Obviously, it gets easier if you do the things before correct, but regardless of what you do before, you will play great golf. So the first thing I want to focus on is the delivery position. So the last bit before impact in the downswing. So you'll see here I've got a setup station here with a couple of rods. This is the key rod, this back one here. So if I take my address position now to hit a straight shot going forward, if I swung back down and I had my club behind that rod, I'd have that club nestled slightly inside. And the key is really with this, I want to have the hands just this side of that rod. So I'm trying to look at the relationship between the wrists and the club head to be correct. Now, what we tend to see with a lot of players is the club head relationship would be like this. So then what happens is the right hand, right arm, straighten too early, and we tend to get poor contacts, or we add loft, or we get flippy shots. So this ultimately is about delivering the golf club in the right way, so we can just, from this position, turn and extend and achieve that correct impact position. And we get that slight into square to in path or into out path if we want to work on trying to exit a little bit more to the right to give us a straight shot or a draw shot. So quite often when I do videos about hitting it from the inside, a lot of people get scared they're going to hit hooks and blocks. Now to hit a straight shot, we have to hit it from the inside. So it has to be a bit. If we're rotating well, it'll square up. If we're not rotating well, we might well end up hitting a few shots that go slightly to the right. And then if we release the club to the level we need to, we'll get a draw. So the ball will finish on target with a draw. Most people would love to have a draw. So again, based on 25, 26 years coaching, feeling quite old when I say that, most people need to get the golf club more into this slot. 95%, 96% need this more. Even good players need this more. So what I want you to do, how I want you to practice it, how I want you to feel it. If you take your address position with this rod in place, and again, a lot of you will ask, where's this rod? If I move this rod onto my ball to target line, I've got this set one club head inside that ball to target line, roughly on a shaft angle. Let's move that rod back out, because I don't want to be hitting that. So then I swing back, and I want to be pretty much just going over the top of that rod with the shaft, all the way to the top of the swing. Then as I come down, as I said, I want the lean edge of the club to be parallel to my spine. I want the hands to be on or just in front of this line, and the club head certainly to be behind that line. And then if we talked about that with wrist conditions again, I want to feel that the club head is slightly higher than the hands if I can, slightly. And then from that position then, as I said, it's rotation and turning through the golf ball. So the initial drill will be about rehearsing it. When you're feeling brave, swing it to the top, bring it down, stop in this position, and then from there we're going to try and hit a golf ball. It'll certainly feel tough, different, it does for me, so I wouldn't expect it to be any different for you unless your delivery position is exactly where this is. But the fact you're stopping makes it a little bit different. Once you're comfortable with stopping, or once you're comfortable with making contact, let's try one in slow-mo. That would always be the phases. Break it down, slow it down, normal speed. If you feel worried about damaging your clubs, put a pool noodle or something over the top of this or some foam. So now we're going to try and hit one at slow motion, trying to miss the rod. So that one there, you probably can't pick it up with the skyline today, it's very foggy. About a 5-yard draw, finishing straight on my target line. Started to the right. Again, I'm encouraging that with this, and definitely drew back. So again, it's encouraging the draw, stroke straight. If you're a fader or a slicer, you'll need to exaggerate this to get back to straight. You'll need to get more comfortable with this movement to then go to normal. So impact, what I'm going to share with you with impact is very much of what I call a vitamin drill, something you could do every day for the rest of your life, and it would do you no harm. It would just top up great feels, great contact, and it's something that would improve any golfer, no matter what golf swing they have, what ability they have, what handicap they have, what ball flight they have. So let's get stuck into the vitamin. So basically what we see with a lot of golfers is when they return to impact, they're very kind of square, they're very kind of flippy and hands back, very what I would class as undynamic. The impact position in truth is much more dynamic. You'll see here there's a change in how my knees are in terms of flex and location. There's a change in my feet in terms of pronation and supination. There's a change in pressure. And ideally this handle wants to be forward. So the best players in the world are kind of 11 inches on average forward. So that club is de-lofted. We're hitting down on the golf ball, we're pressuring the ball. And ideally it's on that kind of into square to in arc. So the best way of feeling this is initially to take your normal setup, push your hips forward, rotate and extend this lead leg, push your handle forward by keeping your head in the same spot. So getting into that shape is the first way of feeling this. So once you're in that shape, that gives you an understanding of what impact should feel like. And again, post down below, is that different to what you currently feel? Does that make you feel like you're moving to a different place than you currently are? It certainly does for me, slightly. It feels more pressure. Because it's static as well, you're going to feel it in your body parts more than other swings because you're stopping there and holding it there. But certainly we're looking for obviously the tilts in the hips. We're looking for the change in flex and stations of the legs. We're looking for the head position and torso relevance to each other to be correct with the handle forward and the club de-lofted. Obviously the handle forward, you can do that and open the face. We do not want that. As we put the handle forward, there's also rotation in the wrists and the lead arm and trail arm to square that face back up. So initially what we'd want to do is hit some shots from that static position. I start to feel how it feels to return to that position. Just a small swing, just a punchy action. Trying to flight the ball very low. That gives us the feedback that we've got that shaft lean, that de-lofting sense through the impact zone. Initially, that's all I want you to do. The second part is all about getting a bit of a waggle on the go. So when we waggle, we're looking for you to start back and return to a similar position. So starting to feel that waggle. And then what we want to do is hit a shot after doing the waggle. So we want to swing back, waggle into position, reset, swing and try and feel we create the same position. Not quite a Matthew Wolf, but a little bit there. So swing back, waggle into position, reset, and then go. Really pleased with that shot. Again, I say this quite a lot in my videos, my bad shots left. When I feel I get the right impact shape, shaft wise, body wise, the ball doesn't go left. And that didn't go left. And if I was going to go and play tomorrow, today, I'd certainly want to warm up my first 15, 20 balls in the net or on the range, doing that exact drills. The static one into the waggle, just to feel I can produce the correct impact positions, shape, top up those feels without worrying about where the swing is anywhere else, to make sure I can play better and control that ball better on the golf course. And don't waste any shots by hitting poor strikes. This really will help that. So there you have it, the vitamin drill, whatever you want to call it. I call it the impact drill, and getting the club in the slot to make it happen more automatic and more autonomous. But also there's things that happen before that make the delivery, again, the same thing. So today's really focused on, if you get the delivery right and get the impact right, you'll play great, and you will. So you can almost disregard everything else if you can produce these two positions consistently, because everything else doesn't matter, because if you're always trying to get to this point. The first point of breakdown in your golf swing quite often happens way before this, and that affects this. But we want to obviously work on the vitamin element that can help you play better today, and also long-term work on why you can't do that naturally. That's my philosophy as a golf coach, but working on the vitamins is going to help you no matter who you are, what faults you've got, what level of golf you are. It'll help you play better golf. So if you've enjoyed today's video, please click like and share the video. Also, please post comments, questions down below. Feedback, requests, all helps. Also, if you haven't already followed or subscribed, please hit my logo down below and join me in my journey and let me help you improve your golf. Lastly, thank you for joining me today at the Forest of Arden. Hope to see you back here real soon.